Hey, hey, it's your girl KV. I'm back at you looking like a brand new bitch, but it's still me, y'all. It's still me. Um, the locks are gone. The locks are gone. Um, we were trucking for about, let's see, a year and a half, almost 2 years. And then I just one day, well, it's happened in stretches. First, it was just like, man, I wanna run my fingers through my hair. You can do that with locks, but it's different. It don't hit the same. And so I was already thinking about, what am I gonna do to my locks? I was at first thinking about getting them palm rolled instead of interlocked, because being palm rolled, I'll be able to do more styles like the petals and stuff like that. But with my ends loose, it's like it limited my styles because it wouldn't look the same. So excuse me. So then I was seeing everybody at work getting braids, and I was like, dang, I want me some braids. Dang, I want me some braids, y'all. And so that was number two. That was strike number two against the locks. And then I saw this fire bob. I saw this fire bob. And I was like, that's what we're doing. We're doing a bob. Because for me to have my hair straight, it has to be short. Because I'm not flat ironing. I'm not flat ironing long hair. I had really long hair growing up. High school, my hair was down my back, bra length, like bra strap length, like always had long hair. Got to college, my mom is the only one that I would have through my perms. My mom was the only person that ever gave me a perm in my whole life. So when I got to college and I was away from my mama, I was like, no more perms, huh? No more perms, which I only got like 2 a year, I think. I would get like two perms a year. So I was like, well, no more perm. Let's see how this goes. And when I embraced the natural and wanted to get there faster, I did a big chop. I did a big chop and did a bob. Now this was like 2010, 2009, 2010 when I did the big chop. And one of my friends in college was like, every time someone with long hair cuts their hair, a little girl in the ghetto cries. Baby, that slayed me. It still slay me to this day, 15 years later. And so ever since then, ever since 2007, I've been natural. Ever since 2010, I've been naturally curly. So, needless to say, I miss straight hair. I miss it. Now, I still do not have a perm, despite what you may see, because it's giving looking like a perm, like this straight. I wonder how it's gonna look when I do it myself, when I wash it and do it myself, because like the hair salon people can get yourself bone straight more than you can get yourself bone straight. So I wonder what it's gonna look like when I do it next week. I want it bone straight. I wanted it bone straight today, just for the, the switch up. But when I do it, I'm gonna be searching for body. Give me, well, it's body now. I want it to be a little fluffy. I want it to be full, like, think Beyonce Partition. That hair, like it's in some layers. It's flippable, but it was full. It was nice and full. So it's like 5 minutes talking about her. Okay, y'all, I just wanted to address it because this is fresh. Like when I say I just left the hair salon, that's why I didn't do the review yesterday, because I was still taking down locks. I had 200, I think like 215. I had 215 locks. So it was a task taken down, and I still didn't even get them all down my hairstylist had to take the rest down, which was funny because I was like, it was right here. I left it in the back on purpose because I was like, okay, well, if the back be short and then the top just covers it, that's cool. But I was even down for if I got to get the pixie cut because it was some of them like spotted through that I didn't quite get, but she ain't had no clients today. So I was able to just, she took what was supposed to be the appointment time, taking down the rest of my locks. And then another hour and a half washing, styling, doing my hair, and I love it. I love it, y'all. This is a new era for me. I don't know what this new era is called, but it's a new era. So let's get to the episode. So this episode was it was cool. Season 10, episode 6, Sun's Out, Buns Out, Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all, I was sitting there talking about Potomac and ended up influencing my hairstylist to watch it because she was like, oh, I watched a few episodes when it first came out, but they was too talking about etiquette and da-da-da. I ain't like it. I said, girl, that was just their first season, and that's because they were supposed to be a Jack and Jill moms type of show. And once they found out they was housewives, we're off to the races. Okay? So she started at the beginning of this season, and she said once she finished these 6 episodes, she gonna go back to watch it from the top. I said, right. Oh, y'all, my metrics while taking down my hair have been insane. Okay, my watch said I walked 20 miles in one day. I walked 20 miles in one day taking down my. It said, baby, you going. You are at it. I hit exercise records. I think it was like 400 minutes or something crazy. Whew. So let's go. They're still at the dinner, right? They're still going back and forth at the dinner. And then the waiter comes out with these shots. Giselle said, oh, it's shady shot time. It's shady shot time. But she's still holding the shots. It's shady shot time. It's shady shot time. And it spills on. So her goofy butt put the shots on down. And, oh, excuse me, hands out the shots. She calls Ashley Duchess Darby, because that's what she called herself at her second bloom party. Tia is stylist, because Tia's offered to style her in the DMs before they officially met. Stacy's is blank. Like, she legit didn't get Stacy one. Stacy had a whole different shot glass. That was the restaurant shot glass that Stacy had. It's getting old real quick, Giselle. It's getting old real quick. Hopefully she's done with the bullying Stacy, picking on Stacy thing, because it's getting old real quick. When they showed them ties, I was like, so you just purposely got everything monogrammed so you could leave Stacy out. Okay. All right, girl, do you, boo-boo. So, who else? Angel was chin check. Her said chin check. Jassie's says stepmom. And Kiana says Giselle hater. And she has to clarify that. She says, listen, Wendy told me that you said that you hate me. You hate me. And so they started kind of talking about it, but they're like, listen, Wendy is not here to say what she know. We're going to table this until we back around her. Okay, cool. So back at the villa. We see, everybody getting ready for bed. And we see Jassy, Ashley, and Stacy. Jassy, Ashley, Stacy. They are all, excuse me. I'm drinking Barefoot bubbly. I got that bubbly. I got that bubbly. I got that bubbly. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I got that bubbly. I got that bubbly. I'm drinking Barefoot bubbly Moscato Spumante. So back at the villa, Ashley, Stacey, and Jesse are talking, and a producer is over the rail upstairs like this. When I say eavesdropping, they're like, you can tell it's given, you know, as they were demicing, as they were, getting leaving for the night. They sitting there talking to Ashley like, yo, Ashley, did you see that article? Yeah, girl, it's an article that's out in Stacey and Chris. Bring it up, okay? Bring it up before I gotta leave, okay? And they got their upstairs in that eavesdropping ass position. But basically, Ashley brings up that there's this article in People that Stacey and Chris did date, and she was like, we were both divorced. We were both single. I was separated. He was divorced, and Tebow was seeing other people. I was seeing other people. And Chris and I hung out. We hung out a bit. Okay? Oh, did y'all have sex? No. I'm like, okay, if you say so. I mean, you do a lot of lying. So who knows? But I mean, if you did or you didn't, it's of no consequence to anybody on this show. So next day they go yachting again. Angel is trying to be positive. I said, yes, please. We appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be real extra. Angel's trying to be positive today. And we're praying for that because we want to see her win. I really hate that her and Kiana are coming in like this, and people are likening it to Wendy and Candace, saying that they were along the same lines, like walking around moping. I don't really compare the two because Kiana is full-blown starting stuff with people. And Angel is just finding reasons to be upset. To whereas Candace and Wendy, I don't think they were doing that. They were moping, but it's like y'all were outcasting them for no reason, right? I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch to really see, but I remember them being annoying when they would be like off to the side while everybody's like having a great time. But it wasn't to that degree, and it wasn't of their own doing. Okay, that was Giselle saying, you don't pass the paper bag test. You have to sit at that table. Big sister Jizzy. Okay, so there you are. And Wendy feels better. She says that it was just a sinus infection. Stacey's in there checking on her. She's like, she's got a little pressure in the little sinus zones, but for the most part, she's doing better. And I hope y'all can hear her. And she's looking at Stacey while she's... So apparently my phone is running out of space. So they had the nerve to stop my video. Knowing I hate having to run these videos through InShot to combine them. I hate it. Anywho, Wendy's like, what's wrong with your lip? And Stacey like, is it noticeable? Is it noticeable? And they do a close-up of her lip. And Wendy just like, girl, what the fuck y'all doing last night? Who rancid box did you eat, Stacey? Did you eat that? Stacey ate some bad box. Ashley, is that you? Why was that the first thing to pop in my head? Oh, who was you eating last night? And woke up, had an allergic reaction to that big puss. Oh my God. How embarrassing. So Wendy is just sitting there like, okay, yeah, huh? All right. Look like she thinking what I'm thinking, okay? She thinking what I'm thinking. So they laugh about it. Ashley in the confessional says, well, my Ashley and my Stacey sounding like, huh? I'm gonna work on it. Well, she was saying a lot of lies last night. She was saying a lot of lies. Maybe that's why her lip blew up. So now we got to get to the bottom of the hater comment. we're on the boat, we're on the yacht, and Kay goes into why she was bad mouthing Giselle to Wendy, which the hater comment came from when they met on the dock earlier this season. What was it, episode 2? When they met on the dock and Kiana asked Wendy, "Do you even like her?" And Wendy asked her back, "Do you? You don't even like her. You don't even like her. You don't even like her." And I was like, well, why would she say that? Because, because in my head, I'm like, Kiana has known Giselle the longest, hasn't she? Because they met through Cal, right? So I was confused by that, but I just didn't really pay it no mind because like this, it'd be so much stuff that we are not privy to. So going back to that and taking that hater comment and telling Giselle, Wendy's so messy, man. Wendy's so messy. And so Kay says that she was mad at Giselle. The moment that Wendy is referring to, she was mad at Giselle because Giselle didn't check on her after the fight. Remember Kiana had the gas. People keep trying to say, I guess people got different stipulations on fights. Because some people feel like if you bleed, you lost. If you had to go to the hospital, you lost. You know what I mean? And I get that. That's valid. But I think about hands. I think about what them hands doing. So while everybody keeps saying, yeah, Kiana got beat up and her head got gashed, got beat up and her head got gashed, she didn't get beat up. Her head got gashed and she got to go to the hospital, but she didn't get beat up. I want y'all to stop saying that. But if you want to say she lost because she was bleeding, sure, but she ain't get beat up. So I want y'all to stop that. I just, saw the comments online on Twitter and stuff, and I'm like, she may have lost because she had to go to the hospital, but she didn't get beat up. There's a difference. There's some overlap in the Venn diagram, but there is a difference between losing and getting beat up. So, okay, I had to close the hall door because I don't know what they got going on. I don't know what they got going on up there. So, Wendy looking out for Kay. Y'all know I be having an episode playing while I'm watching it. So if I ever be like, which I hate when I'm watching somebody on YouTube and they get to text and get to the content. Get to the content. But I know I be doing it. When I be looking at these things and stuff, I be doing it too. So, NT Ways. Giselle ain't check on her after the fight. And she also mentioned, which Giselle didn't address, or they didn't show her address it. She also mentioned that Giselle was going around saying that Kay started the fight, which is also a lie. She did not start that fight. So Giselle is just like, listen, when I left the GNA event, I got third time's a charm. I deleted apps the first time, like big apps. And so that time I just went in and made sure it read the deletion of the data in the apps. Okay. Giselle was like, listen, girl, I left the event, got on the plane to see my daddy. He was having surgery because he had a tumor on his brain. And he passed away. I saw him. We flashed back to reunion when she said she was with him when he took his last breath. So, like, what on earth would make you think that you're a priority to check on you, okay? You fix your problem with plastic surgery. My father is no longer here. And Kiana says, I mean, I get that, but baby, how on earth are you still having any type of comment, rebuttal, anything to say when this girl is like, girl, I lost my dad? And you think I'm supposed to be calling you? It was in that moment where I'm just completely done with Kiana. I'm completely done. Because Where is the situational awareness? And Wendy's like, she's just a high maintenance friend. She's a high maintenance friend. Yes, I am. I'll be that. Yeah, I'm a high maintenance friend. Baby, I can't do it. Baby, I can't have no high maintenance friend. Give me a medium maintenance friend or a low maintenance friend. I'm a low maintenance friend. I'm so much of a low maintenance friend that when a friend wasn't replying to me for months, I just was like, well, she might be busy. She got kids. She got a lot. Maybe she might be busy. Whole time this whole beefing with me in her head. I mean, I love her. We might be making up soon. But whole time she was beefing with me in her head. And I'm just like, she busy. She back in school. She got these kids. She got a life. So I don't mind low maintenance friendships. Okay? Long as you don't like. And what I mean by low maintenance friendships, it don't mean that you can ignore me. That's not okay. It means if you don't reply to my text, I don't think it's a problem. I don't think that you don't like me. I don't think you being messy. I just don't think the worst. Okay? I just don't. Like, you have to tell me. You have to verbally tell me we got a problem for me to know that we got a problem. Because baby, it was the funniest thing ever. Like, when I sat there, when she finally said that she had a problem with me, and I just went back and thought of like, dang, I guess we haven't hung out in a while, huh? Dang, so was that post about me? Wow, that post might have been about me. That's how low maintenance my friendship is. Like, I ain't talked to you in 2 years, but I'm calling you up to say, hey girl, you finna be a bridesmaid at my wedding. And they're like, okay, perfect. Oh, you getting married, wonderful. I ain't talked on the phone with you in 2 years, but you one of my best friends. You one of my good girlfriends. But social media also has something to do with it, because replying to people's pictures and on their pictures gives a false sense of keeping in touch when you're not really. But yes, y'all. So I couldn't be friends with somebody like Kiana, who, if I'm on a panel talking, they want me to be like, yes, and you too can. Hey girl, I see you, bitch. You too can be a bad bitch. No, it shouldn't take all that. If she does it, it needs to be natural. But for you to expect it, like, it's stuff that I would do for people that I don't be mad if they don't do for me. If they don't know to do it for me, I just wouldn't be mad about it. And stuff like that, that's one of them things. Just because you do it don't mean everybody else gotta do it to you. So yeah, Kiana admits she is a high maintenance friend, y'all. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Where we at? Can y'all hear my baby? I had to go close the hallway door because they up there having fun and making lots of noises. I don't know what's going on. So then Kiana is still, she's still mad. Kiana is still mad. So now she's like, okay, well, I look like an a-hole if I keep coming at Giselle because she just talking about her daddy died. But I'm gonna come at Wendy. Okay, Wendy, you messy, okay? You said that I said I hate Giselle, but you called her a snake and said you don't trust her. Giselle and Wendy at the same time said. But I said that to her face. But she said that to my face. Kiana, you should feel real small and real something when Giselle and Wendy are teaming up on you. Girl, they are running this season. I want Karen back. And I know with Wendy's case, Giselle is going to treat her differently. But I want this Giselle and Wendy dynamic. I want this. Continue this out. They are the same person. Y'all, they are literally both condescending mean girls, but they can be likable. But they have personality. They seem fun. Like, they both seem like girls that if you hang out with, you are going to have a good time. Don't tell them your personal business. If you wouldn't tweet it, don't say it to them. But they both give, girl, we would go out and have a good ass time. We finna go hit the streets, okay? So I like this Wendy and Giselle. I hope that Karen coming back and Wendy's case does not affect the AKAs coming at them and saying that they better be sisterly on TV. So then Tia hops in and she starts to make sense of both sides. This is why I can appreciate Tia. She's like, listen, I lost my dad. You can't expect something out of somebody when they done lost their parent. You give her 3 years. Tia says she needs 3 years to basically be back to being a good friend because she is grieving. And that's a grief that don't ever go away. And I can believe that. But Kiana is confused about why the situation got brought up because her and Giselle had already squashed this. They squashed this at the reunion. I'm like, well, you could have just said that and moved along. All the going back and forth and even rehashing it. It was just like, I get it. It's TV. They want these moments. But Kiana, you don't need no more of these moments, baby. You should have straight up said, oh, you called me a hater. Girl, that was back when we was beefing, but we squashed all of that at the reunion last year. It ain't even worth rehashing. But I did call you a hater. But you remember when that was, okay? And been done with it. Okay. So now we at dinner and they're telling Jassy, oh girl, how long to the wedding? Yeah, girl, you gonna have so much fun, girl. Enjoy these last 2 weeks, okay? Don't let the stress worry you and this, that, and the what. Enjoy. Okay. So apparently Jassy had asked Stacy to be I wrote BM in my notes, so I was about to say baby mama instead of bridesmaid. She asked her to be a baby mama. And she said she declined because of family issue or something. But later in the confessional, she says that it was because whatever her weed line is coming out. And she got some meetings or it's to drop something business related. I'm like, why you lying? Say if it was family, girl. Business is, we get it. Like that's even more so. So whatever. Giselle is in a confessional saying that Stacy ain't planning on going to Jassy's wedding because Jassy wasn't a part of this group. But now that she's a part of this group, she's like, oh yeah, girl, I'm coming to your wedding. And I'm like, that don't make sense because she's the one that brought her back to the group. Giselle, you invited her on a trip because she was being messy at Preakness and you knew, ooh, perfection. Stacy the one that brought her back. So to say that, it felt goofy. It felt goofy to say because it's like, what? She brought her back. And they said they got close when Mia ditched him in Miami. When she ditched him in Miami, and it's believable. But I'm like, first time we saw Jassy this season, it was Stacy. So maybe she just really was gonna be busy with her stuff. So now all of a sudden Jassy is pissed and going off on Tia. I was very confused by how it started because Tia ended up bringing up how Jassy said that she be filtering her pictures. She's like, and I feel like you do the same. Your filterization is the same as my filterization, okay? And Jassy starts screaming about how I was about to try to do a reenactment, but I don't even think I can muster it up. Let's see. You were the same. What was she saying? I don't even remember what she said. Saying that this guy likes me 14 days before my wedding. Hold on, I gotta get a utensil. 14 days before my wedding. I was like, y'all know that Beyonce gift when she turned around. What's happening? We watching. Candy, what's going on? I don't know. Like, I was so confused in this moment. So essentially what happened is they flashed back to when they were at dinner, and the owner of the restaurant, Mr. Sunshine, had said, we saw when he was like, you my favorite, when he was hugging Jassy back. You my favorite. You my favorite. And I was like, his favorite? Boy, you see that ring on her finger. Leave that girl alone. She is not finna mess with you, old man. You old dirt man. And so then they're talking about that. And Tia was just poking fun at it. Ooh, girl, Darius got some competition, girl. You finna, Mr. Sunshine finna get you, girl. That's it. That's what she's yelling about. She pointing the fork and she just doing too much off of a little joke. Tia, when she started screaming, Tia said, "Oh my God, you have anger issues." I screamed. Some people don't like Tia because they feel like she's putting on as far as her accent. People feel like you've been in America long enough to the accent to be dropped. And I feel like yes and no. It's one of those things where it could be or it couldn't be, but some people go in and out of accents because they've been around. So look at Idris Elba. I feel like in conversation, he probably sometimes starts speaking American like out of nowhere, but we would know that he's very well British. Okay. But Tia be funny to me. I don't think she putting on. She ain't doing no worse than Stacey. Hell, if y'all allow Stacey to be a fraud, y'all better let Tia maybe be a fraud. But I think it's authentic. I think. But they're just like, girl, calm down. It was tongue in cheek. It was tongue in cheek. And so they put the side by side together, y'all. Mr. Sunshine look like he Darius' daddy. I tell you. They look alike. And Kiana was being real. Was it Kiana? She was being real messy, talking about, girl, don't nobody think Mr. Sunshine with 2 dreads and 2 teeth. Girl, from the angle we saw Mr. Sunshine, he had all his hair and all his teeth. So what was that? What was that, Kiana? Ugh. I ain't like it. I ain't like it one bit. So they're just all, oh, and at one point, Jassy imitates Tia and tries like talks in an accent before she even realized she did it. And Tia was like, are you trying to do my accent? And so at the end of the conversation, she was like, yes, it really hurt my feelings when you did my accent, when you tried to mock my accent. And everybody's just like, she's like, I'm just joking. Great way to lighten the mood, okay? Great way to lighten the mood. So now Giselle is over there like, she is like a kid on the way to daggone the park. She is back there so antsy. All right, we finna turn all the way up, y'all. We finna turn all the way up. She is so ready for it. They're having a slut party. Everyone dressed like a, okay? Let me hit play because that's where I'm at. Wendy, that lady looks so good. I don't care what y'all say. Did Wendy have anything done on her face? I don't think Wendy don't look like she had no facial surgery. Maybe like some fillers and some Botox or something here and there. But I don't think Wendy had none. We know the body is. We We know she got the full package on the body. But man, she looks good. So Wendy looks good for flat night. Okay? She looks amazing. She got on this leather and chain situation. It's giving. It's giving. Stacy looks like a Guten Tag Oktoberfest grand old time. Okay? I said, what do she have on? She said it's giving international slut. I'm giving local slut. Ashley didn't look bad. Everybody was going in on Ashley. It didn't look bad. Giselle was the ringleader slut. She looked good too. I like the wig. Somebody else mentioned, like, I like the platinum blonde wig over the honey blonde hair that she be doing. I like the She's an astronaut. Somebody got a potty. Can y'all hear that? Okay, Tia got her robe on. Tia got her robe on. She ain't showing barely no skin. Her robe and some fishnets, child. And Angel has on Angel stuff. And Kiana has on cowgirl slut. Yes. I'm a modest slut. So next we see everybody looks fine except for everybody looks fine. We'll just keep it fair. Giselle has everyone to give Jassy lap dances and some take it more serious than others because of course Jassy got on white. She is the bride. This is her bachelorette party. At first I was like, nah, why would Angel wear white to somebody else's bachelorette? But then I remembered, oh, Giselle didn't tell them till they was on the trip that it was Jassy's bachelorette. So she just was like, slut night, I'm gonna be an Angel, you know. So I was like, oh, okay. Remember. So she has everybody to go give her lap dances. Like I said, some taking more serious than others. Angel, we saw this little clip of the flash, what Carlos said it was? Flash sideways. That's what Carlos King said it was a flash sideways when it's a flash to a scene from this happening in this season. So on the flash sideways, we saw that they were having this conversation on the golf cart. I think it was Jassy and Angel about somebody, and Angel was going in, y'all. So she's giving us the precursor on why she's the Debbie Downer, the party pooper. Ashley goes up there, gives a you know, she can't dance, so it was giving definitely white girl stripper. But she damn near scissoring the girl. I said, my Jesus. Wendy goes up and bend over. And pow. Tia gets up there and ties her arms. And it's like, should I tie it to her feet too? Stacey said, no, we're not gonna hog tie her. And I said, I don't know how to hog tie nobody. I don't know how to hog tie. Nobody else, just me. Why would I hog tie? I don't know how to hog tie nobody. Y'all, it had me weak. So then Ashley's like, yeah, I got this chocolate pen. And she goes and draws a D on Jassy's chest. And really goes and licks it off this girl's chest. I said, do you have permission to play with Ashley like this? Because this is a bit much. It's a bit much. I can see if it was like a body shot. Like you just, you know, little contact. But you licking this girl. One of you just eating me tonight. Yeah. One of you just is eating me tonight. Okay. Child. So then it's Stacy's turn, y'all. And Stacy, who did she turn into? And she tells her, bend over. She got the little thing. She's like, I'm going to whip you the German way. Hard and accurately. And baby Jessie goes and bends it over like, hello. I said, blah, blah, blah. And so then, where we at now? Then, Jessie, how you doing? Better than I've been in forever. Angel goes next. And she's like, I'm going to handcuff you. Turn around. You've been a bad girl. You got a big mouth. That's why you're getting handcuffed. Because you got a big mouth. She's like, yeah, that's why I'm getting married. And somebody else is like, is it because, what she said? Or is it because she repeated something? Fill us in. I think that. And so then, their reaction was insane. So then, they don't revisit it then. They just kind of, go to the next person then. And then they're like, oh girl, she gotta take your haircuts off. Jessie says, oh, okay. And they're like, ah! Ah! They are mortified. I was too. And so then when she's out of the cuffs, that's when Giselle asks, so why she got a big mouth? Why she got a big mouth, y'all? What happened? I said, oh, Angel, here we go. So basically, oh girl, when she did this, Tia said, she's very bendy. I know her husband's happy. She's very bendy. Not bendy. So then Wendy comes over, and again, it looks like a production setup because she's coming over from the side and she asks, oh, no. Not this part, because this is where she's asking about the golf cart. Hey, girl, what happened on the golf cart? Girl, I was mad because somebody that was trying to ruin my family, they popping back up. And she's like, yeah, girl, I ain't never heard you talk like that because I ain't mad. I said, whoa, what is happening? And basically, she tells the story about Jessie coming to her on the golf cart to tell her that somebody reached out to her, somebody in the WAG community reached out to her to basically say that Angel's a wild one, okay? She's not nice. She rude, okay? She a mean girl, and she be mean to other girls. I witnessed how she's treated somebody else, and Angel said, the person that I treated badly was somebody that tried to ruin my family. They went to some people on Bobby's team as far as like his accountant or something, his manager or something, publicist, something like that. His publicist and some other people that worked for him, and was like, hey, Angel stole $30,000 and she's not taking her birth control. She's hiding her birth control to try to get pregnant. Okay, I mean, yeah, that can get your ass whooped. It can. But girl, 10 years later and it upsets you like this, like, and she's mad at Jessie because she basically feels like Jessie was looking her up. You asking people about me. Girl, who cares? That's what people do. That's what people do. I wouldn't be mad if she was, but even if it was that, Jessie came to her off camera. No mics, not in front of the other ladies at the table for lunch or dinner, none of that. Came to her as a woman, one-on-one in private. And told her, so the other ladies are like, girl, clearly she wasn't trying to be messy because she did it off camera. And she didn't do it at the table with all of us. So what you mad at Jessie for? Because when she gets up to storm out, they're like, you mad about the situation? She looks so good, and Angel looks so good in the brown, in the confessional where she got the brown sheer shirt and the bone straight hair. She looks so good. Anyway, I told you she about my type, looks wise, not personality. looks wise. So basically, she's mad about it. She's upset. Are you mad about the situation or Jessie? I think she said, I don't know. So everybody's like, well, girl, why is you mad? And Jessie, when she came to you real respectful, like. So now she says she leaves out and she goes to call her husband. She goes to call Bobby y'all. I know that's her specialty. She gonna cry and she gonna call her husband. So they just confused. They like, what is happening? Wendy's just like, listen, we grown. We too grown. We can't be in this circle of friends having to coddle her and handle her delicately, handle her with kid gloves, because she gonna run off and cry about something or anything or find a problem with anything. Like, and I agree. I completely agree. This is an existing circle. You are not going to make them all adjust to your sensitivity. Angel was not ready for this platform. Some people feel like it's postpartum. She's still, getting used to herself after 2 kids. Some people feel like, nah, it's because you usually that girl. You usually the top mean girl in your clique. And now you are at the bottom of the pecking order and you can't take it. She can't take it. Could be a bit of both. Could be a bit of both. Okay. And Kiana goes outside to follow her, trying to force her to have a conversation. But are you okay? But you're crying. Are you okay? But are you okay? I'm on the phone with my husband. But are you okay? You're crying. I'm like, Kiana, go away. Oh my God. Go away. And so now, and now what? Giselle comes out to check on her. She's like, oh, you're on the phone with your husband? Okay. And she did, because she can read the room. Angel's on the phone with her husband. She's just venting about everything because she's just overwhelmed. And I get her being overwhelmed. But outside of her, Giselle saying she was catfish because of the pictures, everything else is of your own volition. You've done this to yourself. You've made yourself a target, like literally. Am I on the menu again tonight? I love that Giselle said, the night is still young. Because what? Just upset, just annoying, just aggy. Giselle herself is in the confessional and she was like, what is happening? Wendy and Ashley supposed to be making out in the corner by now, not Angel outside crying. I said, wait, what? Is that what be happening? They did have the whole kitty touching circle. What was it? Wendy, Ashley, Robin, and Candace. I think it was them. They hung out while they was in Miami and everybody else went to sleep. And one of them pulled their dress and was like, oh, you ain't got no panties. Let me see. I ain't got no panties on either. Well, let me see yours. Everybody else. Come on, girl. Everybody. Oh, that's a pretty one. It was pretty. It was pretty too. Like, but y'all, that is it. I don't even know how long this review is because it's chopped up in so many videos. Oh, all right. I might go find the clips. Because I got that bug. I told y'all when I start feeling like editing my videos, I'm gonna start doing that because when it pop in my head, if a vine or a video pop in my head, I might as well put it on the screen, right? So that's it, y'all. Hope y'all had a good day, a good time watching this. Hope you thumbs up me. Hope you comment on the video. Hope you share the video. Hope you drink and be easy. Night night.